Okay. How was that for an exciting evening that still is not over? Wow. Paparazzi, guys, we are breaking the internet and we are in high demand. We are rocking it. So welcome everybody tonight. So excited for you to hear she is a rock star. So I am super excited for everyone. Gonna wait a minute while Erica, I thought I brought her on. Erica, I think so. Okay, you guys ready? Woo! Everybody like done sweating? I'm not. Still haven't got my order in, but you guys, that is okay. Erica, are you able to get through?
Hi.
Here she is. Woo! Oh my
I
God.
did not follow simple instructions and rotate my camera at first. I'm like, it's not working. But I was like, yeah, I gotta rotate my camera.
There you go. Well, now you know how to go side by side, right?
Yes.
So you can do it with your team members. Whew. How's your team after the last hour and a half? Woo!
We're all insane.
We are insane, you guys.
We are all insane.
I have not got my order in. It's okay because I know that my business does not rest on one piece, 5 pieces, or 10 pieces of jewelry. It rests on that I'm able to get cute stuff, and almost everything that paparazzi that I see paparazzi make is stuff that people will buy. So you guys, positive attitude.
Absolutely.
Anybody suffering from PMA today? Positive mental attitude.
Absolutely.
Probably the biggest thing that will get you through little hiccups like today.
Yes, absolutely.
The only thing this shows you guys is that paparazzi is in high demand, and women across the country love our product.
Absolutely.
If you stick with this business and you just press forward, it's gonna work for you. If you quit or let the little frustrations happen, you're gonna be done. But I will tell you, from 6.5 years of experience, it pays off to stick with it when things are hard, rough, or when there's like little things that make you frustrated. Right, Erica?
Exactly. And that's the crazy thing about what we do. It's so much fun. And honestly, when I say we're all insane, literally, like we wouldn't have it any other way. Like I think I run on the adrenaline of paparazzi. And so it's one of those things I probably get bored and be like, it was too easy today.
That is kind of true. These moments of, did I get it? Did I get it? They drive us, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for still agreeing to come on, even after all the craziness. Let me quickly introduce Erica. She is amazing and a powerhouse anywhere she is. That's just who she is. And she is a powerhouse with paparazzi. I can't wait for you to hear from her. She joined, 13, 14 months ago?
February 20th of 2017.
So she just had her year mark.
Yes.
And she is already a Maven A-lister in November?
Yes. November.
So she hit Maven A-lister, oh my goodness, 9 months, people. What took me like 3.5 years, she did in 9 months.
Listen, you guys did the blueprint for me. I just followed the blueprint.
And she is also Crown 25, which means she has 25 personally, at least 25 personally sponsored active teammates for 3 months in a row. And she is Silver Life of the Party, 5,000 pieces bought since July. So she is well-rounded, not just in paparazzi, but in life. Be prepared to be impressed. And let's hear from Erica. She's going to share her story and then some tips for success. So
thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for joining and listen. I know hopefully I didn't distract anybody and you're still working on your new releases. It's one of those things. We know it's month end. We know the last minute people are getting active. We know people are trying to rank up. We already know the craziness that is happening today. So we've been on pins and needles. But hopefully, you get through and you get your few. But like Michelle said, there's always tomorrow. That's the great thing about this business. So again, my name is Erica Cole. I joined Paparazzi a year. I just had my 1-year Papaversary. So I'm very excited about that. Actually, I joined Paparazzi just to support a friend. Alyssa Leva, who recently hit Jet Setter. She hit Jet Setter last month. And she and I are really good friends. She actually used to be an employee of mine. It just tells you how God works. So I hired her 11 years ago in the financial industry. I, at the time, was the director of training and development for an organization in the Atlanta area. And so she was straight out of college, came in, began to work with me, and we became really good friends. And then she decided to start a real estate company in Atlanta. And so she started doing her side thing, and then we stay connected on social media, and we'd probably get together, 2 or 3 times a year. If you know anything about Atlanta, it's huge. So living in Atlanta is really like living an hour and a half, depending on where you're at in Atlanta. So we didn't get to see each other that often, but we stayed connected through social media. And I began to watch her post on social media about paparazzi. And at first I was like, is she taking pictures? Like, what is she doing? And then it said the $5 jewelry. And I had my bougie moment, like, why is she selling $5 jewelry? We all have family and friends. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you selling cheesy $5 jewelry? And so she said, like, E, you gotta check it out. Like, you gotta, I'm gonna send you something. And I was like, no, I want to support you. Like, I'll go on your website. And so I bought a set of pearls from her. And so that following week, after I received my packet, I saw her posting It's Weird Wednesday, like, all of my customers post your selfies. So I posted the picture of me wearing the pearls. And my Facebook, which was really small at the time, was like loving it. Where'd you get the pearls? And I was like, wow, like, this is insane. And then she put me in like a collage, and I was like, oh, this is hot. Like, because I never did selfies before. And so it was just really funny how it all happened. And then I was like, well, are you enjoying the paparazzi? She was like, yes. So at the time, she was meeting, some of the A-listers, and at the time, executive producers were in her circle in the Atlanta area. And I would see them out like at the spa. It would be middle of the day. I'm at work. And during that time, I was in Atlanta, and I was the director of mortgages for an institution there. And so I'd be at work stressed, in the end of the month, pulling out my hair like, oh my God, I'm just ready to hit my numbers, because I've been a numbers chick for a while. And they're at the spa or getting their nails done and taking selfies and the bling. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, what? Like, something's got to be done with this paparazzi. So I messaged her and I said, hey, are you having fun with the jewelry? She said, it is amazing. She said, Erica, you can make tons of money in this business. And I went with $5 jewelry. She said, yes. Like, there was a young lady at the time. She said, there's a young lady that I recently met. Her name's Tyronica. And she's getting ready to leave the educational system. And she's been there like 13 years. And I was like, how is this even possible? So she said, well, let's meet and we'll talk about it. Didn't meet with her, kind of, waited a few more months. And then I saw she hit executive director. And that title struck me. And I was like, oh, executive director, what does that mean? So I sent her a congratulation note. And she said, I'm still waiting on you to join my team. And I said, I promise you I'm going to do it. I said, I just need to get through to the end of the year, and then I'll join. The end of the year came, 2016. So 2017 started. She followed back up with me. And I said, okay, I promise you I'm going to join. Give me a few weeks. We'll meet up and go through it. So then I met with my tax advisor. My tax advisor was like, yeah, Erica, I can't continue to try to figure out what to do with your money. You need a small business. So I said, oh, I got it. I'm going to sell this jewelry thing, and I'll use it as a tax shelter, So
I do know.
Yes.
I know.
I'm like, okay, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. And then the crazy thing is, Alyssa and I, 2 years prior to that, we had a wedding chapel together in the Atlanta area. So we've always done some things together. But the mortgage industry was so busy after the 2008 debacle that I really couldn't do what I needed to do, with the wedding chapel. So we ended up selling it. And so I didn't have another business. I had sold all my rental properties. I didn't have anything as far as like a tax shelter. So I said, well, I'll do the paparazzi thing. So I joined February 20th. And that was right after EMP, because I saw all the hype on social media about EMP. And I was like, what is EMP? And same thing happened. I was trying to order and the system crashed. And I was like, what in the world was going on? But it was so exciting, like watching everybody just go crazy about this. And I was like, this is like drugs. Like, these people are crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so during that time, it was taking like 2 weeks, you know, for you to get packages, you know, 2, maybe even 3 weeks. So the orders were really, really slow. So my kit was on the way, but I went ahead and ordered a few more blockbuster items. And when my kit came, my father-in-law and my uncle passed away within a week's time. And my kit came the day before my husband and I were getting ready to travel. And I literally picked the box up, put it in the back of our truck, and said, oh, I'll just go through the jewelry on the way to Illinois. And I started going through the jewelry, and it was really cute. And I started taking pictures of my jewelry. It was like, I was like a little girl. It was absolutely ridiculous. And my husband was like, I remember the paper and all that. He was like, could you please do that later? And I was like, look at this jewelry. It's $5, you know? And I kept calling her saying, wait a minute, like the necklaces, how much are the necklaces and how much are the earrings? And she was like, no, the set, Erica, is $5. I was like, I promise I'm not being slow. Like, I'm just trying to make sure. And
this is too funny.
It is. It's
I've never
hilarious,
heard your story.
It is absolutely hilarious. So then I would get to my father-in-law's funeral. You know, we laid him to rest, and then we took a flight. Like, I took a flight from there to Tampa, Florida, where my family was, and I took my box of jewelry with me, but I packed it in a suitcase at that time. So I get there, and I had started posting on social media a lot. And so my family did the same thing. What are you doing with this paparazzi thing? I'm about to unfriend you. And I was like, no, it's really cute jewelry. I went and got my jewelry, my kit, brought it in the house, and my aunts, my nieces, my cousins began to fight over the jewelry. So I watched them, and I said, I just hit the jackpot. I had an aha moment. Like, I was like, to see my family, who honestly could be very bougie at times, this group that I was with, to see how they acted about this jewelry. I mean, like, literally, like, no, I had that first, and you already have 2 of those. And are you serious? These women are going insane right now. And I immediately sat down and placed a very large order, because I needed to replace a lot of the things that some people wanted one or whatever. So I placed a very large order, and I called Alyssa, and I said, Alyssa, I have 2 cousins and an aunt that want to sign up. What do I do? She said, I'll walk you through the process. And they all were like, well, we all kind of felt kind of weird, because it was like, we're gonna have Uncle Rudy's funeral. Like, can we do this? And I was like, yeah, let's just wait. So on my way home, somebody joined my team, and I thought it was one of them, but it ended up actually being my sister. And I hadn't even talked to her about the business. So I reached out to her, and she said, well, I just joined you to support you. And I was like, well, thanks. I'm actually going to have my first quote unquote team meeting, because I told her about the other relatives that were going to join. And she was like, okay. And so then about 2 days later, another young lady that I was in the 3rd grade with joined, and I hadn't seen her in years. And she said that she had went to a conference one time and saw somebody selling paparazzi, and she liked the jewelry. So she was like, oh, Erica's doing it too. I'll just join. And I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden I get this 3rd alert. And I'm like, and then Alyssa's like calling me, screaming, oh my God, you hit director. And I was like, yes, yes. What does that mean?
Oh my goodness, this is hilarious.
Yes. So I hit director. And it was a matter of like within a week after the funeral. And I'm like, oh, what do I do now? She's like, nothing. Sit back and tell him to cut the check. I was like, okay. She said, honestly, like, your commission now is going to be. So she started explaining the commission to me. And I was like, so I get 10% of online volume. Like, what is volume? And then I started, learning about the volume or whatever. And she said, did you read your information that came in the kit? And I was like, no. Like, who reads anymore? There's too much information. I'm not reading that. So she said, I forgot who I was dealing with. I said, just summarize it for me. She said, no, Erica, you really need to. She said, you like numbers. I think you'll enjoy it. And I was like, okay. So I went and read the compensation plan. And so I literally like studied it. Like it was just, I kind of was like in awe of it. I was like, who created this? because at first I didn't know. I was like, maybe this is a pyramid scheme. I didn't know. Like, I was thinking I need to add a lot of people and then I'll rank up. Yeah, if I just became a director by adding 3 people, I just need to add a lot of people and I'll rank up. But then when I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, the director is the only person based off of how many people. Everything else is about volume. It's about movement. But I work in the financial industry. I said, I can't have people just ordering. I have to train them on now how to move the jewelry. So I began to watch the successful people in the business. You were one. I began to watch Mandy. And at that time, going live was kind of new for everybody. And I studied her and I was like, good Lord, 30 minutes. She probably just made $1,000. I was like, this, and honestly, I'm being very honest. I was like, this kid just literally made $1,000 selling $5 jewelry on social media. and I was sold. I was like, I'm going live. Mm-hmm. So I ordered more jewelry. I went live. Somebody would join my team. I order more jewelry. I go live. I tell people out in public about it. I tell them to come to my social media. Somebody will join my team. Then somebody will join their team. And so I then saw that going live, putting my business on social media was going to help me market my business because I couldn't sell it at work. And my role that I was in, being a senior leadership, I couldn't sell to my employees because it looked like I was forcing them to buy jewelry from me. But I was always, what I did was I opened up my social media because it used to be private. I opened up my social media. So because I know my nosy employees were looking for me. So now I'd let them find me. So now if they bought jewelry online or whatever, I couldn't control that. You know, I couldn't say no. They just went and bought jewelry. And so next thing I know, I had a processor that's in my department join my team. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, it looks fun, you know? And so I'm like, okay, we'll meet after work and we'll talk about it. And so then those cousins and those aunts they joined my team and then and it just began to trickle down. So some family that I originally reached out to said no. And so then what I began to do is copy and paste. I opened up my Facebook page and I went to relatives that I knew were okay with it. And I began to add their friends onto my social media. Add. I do as many as possible. People would, accept my friend request. Some probably deleted it, but some confirmed it. I copied and pasted the same message about 20 times every day. They basically say, hi, I'm an independent consultant. I sell $5 jewelry. I would love to have you as a customer or even a business partner. This is something that you would like to consider. Message me. I get a bite. I have a conversation with somebody. Listen, I'm making $100, like in 30 minutes on live. I sell jewelry outside. I just hit director. I don't know what that means, but I'm a director. I think this is a great opportunity. Worst case scenario, you spend $99, you get 35 pieces of jewelry. Mm-hmm. All right, Erica, I'll give it a shot. So then they join. And then another stranger would join. And then somebody would join them. So when I looked up, I had like 20 people on my team. And then I went from a double rank, PD to ED the following month. And I'm like, yo, this is it. Because everybody now is copying me. They're going live. And every morning I say, okay, y'all, let's put in X amount of jewelry in our bag. Because I don't want you to just buy jewelry. I want you to move the jewelry. Let's tell 10 people today about this opportunity. You know what? We're going to do an interest call. We're going to have people that are interested in this business to call a line. And I'm going to tell them about the business. And so we begin to do an interest call. And we begin to do it twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays. We still do them today. So we would get strangers, relatives, whatever to call in, and we tell them the history. We talk about the founders. We talk about the money potential in this business. And then they would become a director. It was like a trickle effect. The people that were bringing on became a director. And then I'd move up. And then it hit me, I'll move faster if they're moving. Mm-hmm. So now I have to teach them how to watch the numbers. So we began to have classes, and that's where my training background came from. We began to have classes. I opened a group page, and we did training on the back office, training on percentages, training on growth, training on recruitment, training on how to make your fingers move fast and how to create a collage, just all types of training. And I had a lot of business people that I had worked with, you know, over the past few years that knew numbers. They understood investments. They would talk about building a business, being an entrepreneur. So we created basically this internal monster of a machine. And within 4.5 months, I hit elite. And so, but then while I was in elite, I had executive directors on my team. And so then they saw it. And so then they began to push harder and their teams begin to grow. And then you have 9 months later, I'm a maven and I have a team of my directs that are producers, you know, and premium producers. And so it's just been an amazing ride, but we always say we caught it. We caught it early. We understood the business model. We understood the business plan. I can reach my goals faster if you reach your goals fast as well.
Yes.
So we really believe in the push-pull method. So if you see you're struggling or you're, you know, we believe in the, just like the 1/3 of using the 1/3 formula, our formula is always add 3. Every month, our goal is to add 3. Because if you add 3 every month, one of them will catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So you follow that formula, okay? Every month, every person needs to push for 3. Because if you push for 3, 1/3 will catch it. 2,
Mm-hmm.
one may give you a little bit, but one's going to go hard. And so we built basically our team of that. And then we began to do the copy the right cats and this lion. And this is our mantra. And it's one of those things that we feel we're more powerful together than we are apart. We pray
Mm-hmm.
together, you know. Some of us will be like, okay, like let's pray to noon. We'll fast. You know, we believe in God. We truly recognize his power and his grace and mercy. Somebody may not hit. It's okay. We're going to look at the numbers together. You know, a group of us will look at those person's numbers and we'll identify what team you need to work with. How can you help this team? Okay, where are they at? Well, they're struggling with moving their jewelry. So I or somebody else will find places for them to bend in their area because maybe they're not good at that. Maybe they can't find places to bend. So I need to be their eyes and their ears in that area to help them move their jewelry. Some people just don't know where to get started, you know. As a bling boss, you're going to go live. We go live on purpose. You know, yep. It's like, what's going on? I'm scared. What are you scared of? The boogeyman? Okay, we're going to practice. So we have a group. It's like 3 of us in there. You practice with us so you get comfortable with it. And then we're like, okay, you ready? You ready to roll? Let me give one more time, Erica. I want to go one more time. Okay, let's go. And so when we recruit, it's an interview process. You know, we get people now that saying, I want to join your team. Great. That sounds phenomenal. You know, why do you want to join my team? What are you willing to do? Do you already have 10 people in mind that you want to reach out to? You know, when do you have your launch party? Who's going to have house parties for you? Like, where are you going to do vending at? What days do you think is going to be good for your live? Like, I'm letting you know up front that this is more than just joining for $99. The 50 PV thing, that's to keep your consultant ID number rolling. We buy jewelry stores. We have stores. We run jewelry stores. We run jewelry stores. So I'll have a retail store in our home, in our closets, you know, in our cubby hole in our kitchen. This is my store. We don't run out of jewelry in our store, you know. It's not something that you say, well, I haven't bought any jewelry because I haven't ran out. Run out? You're a store. You're a store owner, a retail store owner. We don't run out of jewelry, you know. So that's not a focus of ours. We want to get our ID rolling the first day of the month. We get active day 1. So it's a mentality that we bring on Bling Bosses with. It's almost like we train you how to be an entrepreneur. We train you how to be a go-getter. We train you how to hustle. We train you how to have the conversation. We train you how to want it. And everybody doesn't catch it. You know, everybody doesn't, you know, I have now a team of over 2,800 people as of today. And I'm probably thank you. But more than half of them, you know, it's one of those things that we have probably half that just get active. And then you have maybe a few hundred that do absolutely nothing. you know, but you have to understand that. And that's why we celebrate each other on social media. There's nothing like being in the room with a bunch of people saying, you did that, and you've been sitting back doing nothing. It kind of makes you feel like, you know what? I need to do something. I look a little crazy. So sometimes that is to push other people, because if they just see Erica winning, then it becomes like, oh, it's just a pyramid. Only the people at the top make it. You need to see this person that just joined last week is now a director. You need to see this person that just joined 4 weeks ago is now an executive director. This person that just joined 2 days ago is already going live. Like, I need to rub that in your face. I need to show you that so you can say, what am I doing? What am I doing with my store? What am I doing with this opportunity that God blessed me with? I'll show you my money. You know, you want to know my money? My check this past month was over $25,000.
Woo! Boom! What
Boom.
did you say?
My commission check was over $25,000.
In the month of January, a slow month with retail sales,
$25,000. My retail sales average between $4,000 and $6,000 going live. Okay, I've been to do a party. I could do a party, and I party on purpose. We're gonna have music. We're gonna cut up. We're gonna have some. Listen, we're gonna get live with it. And I'm telling everybody, I want you fancy because I want to show you what this jewelry makes you feel like, you know. So it's a marketing tool as well. I did last night. I did a speed shop, you know, and I made $135 in 5 minutes.
Like, I saw that. Way to go! Woo!
But it seems like everybody's story isn't going to be mine. But what I do is I utilize social media to my advantage. It is free marketing for my business. And I know a lot of people have struggled with, you know, do I use my personal page or do I use my VIP page? My personal opinion is until they shut me down, I'm going to make this money. Because what I've done is built a following that even if they shut me down, I just go open a new one. No, it's just really that simple to me. You know, so I'm not going to keep my business just in front of my family and friends. I want the other thousands of people that follow me to see my business and to be able to share my business in public. You know, I'm going to follow the Facebook rules. I'm not going to play music and say I have rights and all of this kind of stuff. I'm not going to curse. But I'm going to show some jewelry. You know, Facebook is now a publicly traded company. They're not just going to pull. We help them make money, you know, so they have people they report to. So they're not just going to shut people down because they're going live on their page, you know, that I personally don't believe that. And if they do, like I said, I'm building such a following, I switch it up. But in the meantime, I'm going to make this money out in public, you know. I'm going to continue to recruit. Now I get people that find me through searches. They're just searching for paparazzi consultants and they find my name. And then now they're on my page. If I go to the mall, if I'm out shopping, if I'm in a restaurant, if I just see a lady in the grocery store, I'll walk up to her and say, oh, that is so cute. I love that necklace. Where'd you get it from? And she'll tell me where she got it from. And I'll say, you know, have you ever heard of Paparazzi accessories? She'll say no. And I'll be like, oh my God, I sell $5 jewelry. Isn't this cute? Let me give you my business card. In fact, are you on social media? She'll 99% of the time tell me yes. And I said, do you mind if I send you a friend request? I do all of my business on social media. I want you to follow me. I didn't mention I want you to be a friend, buy jewelry from me. I didn't mention I want you to be a business partner. I didn't mention any of that. I just want to get her to my page. I want to put my business all in her face on a day-to-day basis. And so then I'll see her show up on my live. And I'll be like, oh my God. Hey, Duana, it was so great seeing you. You know, I met her in such. She's like, now I call her name. She's like, I got to buy something. So she buys something. And then I messaged her and I said, thank you so much for participating. Thank you for sharing my video. You know what? For sharing, I'm actually going to send you also that item that you ordered. I'm going to give that to you for free. She's like, wow. You know, and then I'll probably throw something in there, something sassy, because I remember what she had on. And I kind of know her style. So I just use this tool like nobody's business. And that's my story, y'all. I mean, honestly, it is one of those things that paparazzi never was a hobby for me. When I caught it early, the opportunity in this business, I made sure to treat it like my company. I am the CEO of a company. I am a boss. And so just like I give my current employer, because I'm still employed, I give them 110% of me every single day. If I'm willing to give someone else that, why not give that to me? Why not give it to my company? Why not give it to my brand? Why not give that to my team? Because every day I can't, when I don't want to get out of the bed right now, and I'm like, oh my God, this is getting harder and harder every single day. I got to. I owe it to my employees at my full-time job. I owe it to my customers there. I owe it to everybody that's there. So when I talk about going live every Thursday night for TGIT with E, I can't ever say, I don't feel like doing it tonight. I owe it to my customers. I owe it to the $5 bling bosses. I owe it to other consultants that are looking at me and watching me as a model. And I say hashtag no excuses.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's my
That
story.
Is awesome.
Thank
you
you so much.
Erica takes her business seriously. Would you say consistency is important?
It is a must. It is an absolute must. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. And you just have to keep going. You know, you're going to have days like today. You can't. you can't give up. You know, let's be honest. If I work in corporate America, every job that I've ever had, I've always hated my IT department.
Seriously. Computers, they're a blessing.
It is. How many of you
at the same
love
time,
your phone or love your carrier? Like, this is just how technology is. Technology sometimes sucks, but we can't live without it, you know? Yep. And this is what I remind everybody. Just consider this, paparazzi. And it's not an excuse, it's real life, because by me working in the business industry, I understand growth. And growth at a normal organization. I work for a financial industry. We operate, typically we try to get about 8 to 10% growth annually. This freaking company grew 900% the first year, 100% the next 4 years, 200% the following year. Last year, almost 280%. And then the first 2 months of this year, over 400%. That is the definition of insanity. Mm-hmm. There's no way anybody can anticipate growth like this.
No.
It's insane.
And where they have to order 3 to 6 months out.
Yeah.
My team grew by 4,400 in the month of January. Mm-hmm. I was like, let's push it for 2,000.
Yeah.
My team smashed it.
Yeah.
There's no way to predict it, guys.
It is.
No way. They are doing the best they can with what they can do. And that is it. You can either ride the wave
exactly
and let some water get in your mouth every once in a while. You can get out and watch everybody else do it. Don't you think, Erica?
Absolutely. That is the best way to say it. It's crazy because when you think about it, we are currently building a monstrous facility. Like I think about even a server. You know, I've never been to Utah. I've never been to. I can't wait. You know, in May to go to Elite Retreat. But I can picture like Ryan in like this dungeon with a server, like trying to make it work. Like, God help us. When are we moving? Like, I feel so sorry for him sometimes.
There are 30,000 crazy women on and 500 men on the website right now crashing it because they are. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. They're doing the best they can.
They are. The other day, I told my team the last week. I said it's like, you know, Thanksgiving. This last year, if you prepare for 25 people to come to Thanksgiving dinner, okay, 25 people, and you're thinking the next year, I need to get ready. You know, it's early November. You're preparing for Thanksgiving, and you're like, you know what? I need to go ahead and get I know, right? Fight for the CB. I need to go ahead and prepare for the next Thanksgiving. So instead of 25 settings, you might put 30 settings out for the people. Then freaking 1,000 people show up because that's what 400% growth is. You got all these people standing outside ready to eat, and you're like, where did y'all come from? Like, And so it makes them understand and kind of put, you know, the basic knowledge, like as an industry, this isn't heard of. And so business minded people, you can't anticipate growth of, if they were to make an excess of jewelry, let's just say they were like, okay, we're going to grow 400% and make all of this jewelry, and we didn't have the growth. Now we'd all be, and then they'd be telling us they're downsizing. You know, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to cut the compensation plan. Like, they would have to make a lot of cuts and changes because they didn't prepare. And so you just cannot prepare for 400% growth. I'm sorry. No. There's no way on God's green earth you can prepare. So we got,
and honestly, we need everything to sell out.
Absolutely.
Because if you guys, if things don't sell out with Paparazzi, we wish they would last longer. Right. Let's be honest. But if things don't get sold, like, they're stuck with inventory, and that hurts the business, which hurts us. So what's happening, while we wish things would last longer, we wish they could have a crystal ball and see 6 months out, that we wish we knew that our customers would be going crazy, you know, they can't. And so it is a good thing that things are selling out. Because otherwise the company would be hurting and would be more likely, well, they wouldn't be able to give us the new jewelry all the time, because we would have to be selling the same stuff that's been in the back office for 3 months. It's not going to move. So it's a good problem to have.
It is. It really is. This isn't normal growing pains. This is the kind of business you want to be in. One where there's super high demand, and one where there is like a need, and drive to buy. So is it okay if we ask you a few questions? Oh, absolutely.
So first of all, I forgot to say, Erica, she does work full time. She is the vice president of sales and
service.
Sales and service at what did you say?
Alabama One institution in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, so she lives in Alabama. She has a very professional job. You can tell she's a smart lady. She gets it, right? She said she caught it really early on. The little light bulb clicked. And that's when she took her business seriously, and she treated it like a business, like a CEO, like a boss, and she went for it. You guys, she emails people. She contacts people. She said, you should do this with me. She does not. And then she did attraction marketing, which we've talked about over and over. Attract people to the business. Attract people to what Paparazzi is doing with your life. Don't just talk about the 45% commission. What kind of person do you think is attracted to joining Erica's team? You want to know what kind of people are? I hope this isn't putting you on the spot. Erica, can you tell us just a few of, of your premier producers and your what jobs they either hold now or in the past? And you guys, these are the level of people we should be going out and talking to. Do not underestimate professional people. Do not cross people off your list because you think, ooh, they're too good for $5 jewelry, or they won't be interested in $5 jewelry. Erica is a chicken list kind of person. The kind of person she would rock it, but you're too scared to talk to her about it. Do not cross anyone off that list without talking to them at least once, twice, 3 times. Did you hear Erica? She said, Alicia, right?
Yes.
Had to contact her several times before she joined.
Took 5 months.
Follow up, people. 5 freaking months. Imagine where Erica would be if she would have hopped on this when she first.
I told her this is her fault.
Oh no, girl, it's your stubbornness. Okay, so Erica's gonna tell us, because once I heard you go live and you were talking about all the people on your team and the jobs that they hold right now or in the past. But listen, this is incredible.
So my elite, she just recently hit elite consultant, Josie Jones. She was the sales manager at Bank of America in a call center. My next person that will probably hit elite, actually tomorrow probably, she is a analyst for CSX. I have 4 premier producers who, one of them is an attorney. One of them is a chief in the Navy. Another one, she actually is a stay-at-home mom. And the other one is, what does she do? She works for an insurance agency, but I don't know. I can't remember her title. And then I'm thinking about the producers in my downline. I have a couple stay-at-home moms. I have another attorney. I have an accountant. I have another Army high-level ranked Army person that her and her husband were talking about retiring this year. I have two principals. I have a young lady that is a sales representative for Blue Cross Blue Shield. I have the vice president of sales for Comcast cable company as a producer. I have another stay-at-home mom as a producer. I have the card services director for an institution in the Atlanta area as a producer. It is a lot of all of my. It vary. I have two preachers. All of them vary, but what my target audience has always been is like-minded go-getters that are hungry for success. Stay-at-home moms are great because their energy is there and they try to figure out, okay, how can I get this? What can I do? And so what we do is make sure that they understand that they have every kind of support that they need. A lot of them will be like, well, I don't know how to do this, or I need to, what about a spreadsheet, or what we help them in any way. And I have people that have done, I target people that do like rental investment, real estate investment. A lot of people that have done direct marketing, because they understand. I focus on people that understand that in any investment, you have to spend money in order to make money. So when you have people that come in and think you get the $99 kit and you don't have to do anything else, it just kind of comes. No, you have to understand that you have to buy jewelry. You know, you have to understand that you might have to get it. And we don't do wasteful spending. Like, we don't focus on a lot of, like, I'll do the pegboard, we'll spray paint it. We'll have a painting, you know, one Saturday a month, we'll do like a pegboard painting party. You know, we'll do it ourselves, or, you know, but we understand the focus is the jewelry, getting the jewelry, getting the new releases, getting the blockbusters. We do challenges, and our challenges are both based off of making money. So you'll see my people tag me in stuff like house parties. They'll tag me in them going live. So I do things like, you go live for 30 minutes, you tag me in it, your name goes into a drawing. Like, I challenge you to make money, because if you're making money, you're comfortable with spending. So it's that pattern, that thought process of, I need to make money so that I'm going to have money the next week to go and buy my jewelry. And then we teach you how to put a percentage, I do a lot of credit building. So I teach you how to get your credit ready for the success that you're about to do. I teach you how to budget. I teach you how to, we have people that do tax preparation, some CPAs that are on our team. So we're literally teaching you every aspect of financial success. And so I think that's the gravitation too, because you all probably have so many people that have various skill sets on your team. Tap into that. You know, there's definitely people throughout this company that have some amazing, you know, just amazing skill sets that can be utilized as your team. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So what about the stay-at-home mom? Oh, first of all, is it okay if they follow you on your Facebook page?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no problem with that. And listen,
so you guys,
anything that I post, you may copy, you may paste, you can take it and delete my name and make it your own. I do not care. I do not. You ever have to ask me, can I share this? I do not care. I promise you I do. There's so much opportunity in this business, and I feel like, you know, sometimes people just need, like, what do I say? What do I do? Take it, run with it. Take my name off and take my face off and put your face. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do, but share as much as you need to. I don't care.
You know what? Do you think she functions from the scarcity mentality or the abundance mentality. People that allow people to share their stuff, super kind, unselfish.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Not every person is that way.
I know.
Not every person is.
I know.
So you guys, if you want to follow Erica, go follow her. Do not friend her though. Leave the friends to her customers. Leave the friends to her teammates. Leave the friends to those people that she is out talking to every day, trying to get them to join her team. You heard her. Right. She goes up and talks to people she doesn't even know about paparazzi.
Absolutely.
And it works.
It works.
She gets them on her Facebook page, and from there, some of them, I'm sure, I bet not everybody buys from you, and not everybody joins her team.
Right.
But it's a numbers game, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
The more people following you, the more people you talk to, the more likely you are to get sales and new team members. And even when she gets team members, she said, not everybody catches the vision. Right. And that's okay.
I see that some of you are trying to follow me and it's not letting you. I'll check on that right when I get off. I'll see what's going on because that's strange.
So okay. You should definitely open it up to followers if it's not.
Yes, I don't know why it's doing that. I definitely check on that. So yes, okay, I have no problem with that.
Check with her tomorrow. Like come back tomorrow after this and she's going to go turn on her followers. I didn't have my following on till
I never knew that. See, I don't know everything. I don't listen.
Carla Neal did not have her followers turned on. I'm like, girl, you go turn on those followers and start collecting followers.
When you asked me about the whole, now I got to figure out how to, because I know I can set this thing, but I didn't know I could do the two-screen thing. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Because I'm always making them up little.
This is a good thing that you came on my team tonight. Huh? Okay, so Erica, let me ask you, what about the stay-at-home mom that wants people like you on their team? What is a good way to go? Because somebody asked, I'm not in those circles with all those amazing people and the kind of business-minded people that get it. Did you hear her? She said she didn't really join because of the jewelry. She was looking for a tax deduction. You guys, professionals that make a lot of money, they're always looking for tax deductions. Right. Multiple streams of income and tax deductions are huge for people that make a lot of money and that are professionals. You don't always want to talk about, hey, quit your job. Some people love their jobs and they don't want to give up their money. But you talk about multiple streams of income and tax deductions, it makes some of these people's little ears perk up. Listen. Most lawyers are not going to quit being a lawyer to do $5 jewelry.
They're not.
But they might.
Right.
They might go like, I'm going to make an extra $50,000 a year and save $50,000 in taxes that I'm paying out of the government because of paparazzi. So, sorry. What?
Right. This is the perfect time, too. Because they're all going to the tax advisors like, oh, my God. So, like, the time to market after those people, are you looking for a tax shelter? Yeah, seriously, do not just market to the stay-at-home mom and people that need money. I know it's really tempting to do that, but you guys, market to your banker. Yes.
When you go to the bank, talk to them about joining.
Yes.
When you go visit your accountant, talk to the paralegals. When you go visit like any professional, you tell them, look, you know what, another stream of income. Use that phrase that will help you bring in more money and save you in taxes. This is it.
Absolutely.
If there's like people that are smart, they get this. They do. So now I'm going to let you answer, Erica.
Absolutely. Those stay-at-home moms, I can just tell you one of the things that a lot of them will tell me is I'm kind of on a budget. You know, my husband works. He gives me an allowance, and I teach them how to flip. I have to put them in the mentality because when you get that kit, that $99, and a lot of times I will talk to the spouse. I'll have a conversation with them. I do a lot of conference calls with spouses to make sure that everybody's on the same page or partners are on the same page. And I talk to them about this business opportunity. And I say, if you could trust me, that if you would give this person the $99 and let me teach them on how to flip their money. And so after you get the $99, I'm going to help her or him find ways to sell this jewelry within the next 30 days. Okay. I'm going to teach them how to sell this jewelry. The money that they make back, we're going to take that and we're going to reinvest and buy some more jewelry. Okay. And it's almost like a financial plan that I'm putting them on for 3 months. You let me do a financial plan for you for the next 3 months. And then, I have a perk, because a lot of them are either in a situation where they want to buy a home or they want to do whatever. And I tell them about the services that I offer. I can teach you all how to budget. I can teach you all how to invest your money. I can teach you all how to fix your credit. And so I don't become a scam to them. They trust me. And that's what's so important as a leader. I need my team members. I need their family members. I need to be a part and them understand it's not just about me. I want them to win too. And so that is how I get into working with the stay-at-home moms. I'm very willing. My husband will even, sometimes me and my husband, we're on joint calls. We're talking to them as a family of how this business can change your life. And I get the husband or the spouse to catch it. So.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? Would you say most of the people on your team are female, or do you have some males too?
Most of them are female. I do have a few males. I think what it is, with this business, men just kind of feel like, how can I sell it? Like, is my live going to be the same way? So we work with them on different ways. Like, I'm like, you can go live. You can use a model, to sell the jewelry. They do very well at things like flea markets and shows, and they'll bring other consultants with them to help them sell the jewelry. Of course, we recommend other bling bags, things that they can carry the jewelry in. But it's one of the things of trying to figure out how to market when you're a man. What can you say? And we tell them to use their charm. Women love the fact when you say, "Oh, you look great in that." Oh, really? You're like, okay.
Now listen to this, guys. So a lot of these professional people, let's say your lawyer, your accountant, your doctor, your whatever, might be a guy, and that might be a little out of there, even though they see the good idea.
Right.
It may not be their thing.
Right.
But guess what? A lot of them are married.
Exactly. Their spouse.
A lot of them are married.
Exactly.
Some of them might have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady in my area, not on my team. Can you believe that? And her husband's a lawyer, and she rocks it on Facebook. She doesn't need the money.
Right.
They don't need the money.
Right.
But guess what? Sometimes lawyers' wives, doctors' wives, they want something fun to do.
Yes, exactly.
They have money to invest. They have money to play with, and they can get tax deductions with their husband.
Exactly.
This could help. So don't just think, oh, you know what? It's a guy. The guy might be married and he might have connections. So you never know where your little putting out feelers is going to lead. You just never know.
Right.
No one is off the list.
Correct.
No one. No one is safe.
No one is safe. No one is safe.
And just because they don't join immediately, 5 months later, this little crazy lady joined. 5 months later. Several follow-ups. Okay? You guys, you can do this.
You sure can.
You can go out and you can talk to people that are not stay-at-home moms, and you can talk to people that do have money.
Exactly.
I'm not saying don't talk to stay-at-home moms.
Right.
Don't talk to people that
right.
are in,
Broadly.
Need this financially. But there is a whole crowd out there that do want the things that Erica talks about, tax deductions and multiple streams of income.
Right.
And these people are go-getters. They have connections and they have big circles of influence. You want these people on your team.
Right.
Okay. Erica talked that she goes live on her personal timeline. If somebody unfriends her, does it bother you, Erica?
Bye.
Do you guys really think Erica cares when she's making $25,000 a month?
Yeah.
If somebody unfriends her.
Bye. Those same people wouldn't let me borrow $50 for gas. Like, no. Oh, you're posting. I mean, I got a lot when I first started. Like, I'm about to unfriend you. I'm about to unfollow you. And I hate that. But okay. That did not bother me because I saw it. I was like, I have to use my social media as free marketing for my business. I didn't have time to do a lot of going and traveling and going to trade shows or whatever. So I had to use the avenue that afforded me to be home, spend time with my husband. I was working 12-hour days in the mortgage industry, coming home sometimes on weekends when there's closings or whatever. So I had to be able to do this from the comfort of my home. And at first I turned a closet, my last home, I turned a closet into a store, and I was hanging up racks and hanging up jewelry, you know, and it was one of those things that I had to make do with what I had, and going live allowed me to be home. So I could do it on a Saturday. I could do it on Friday. I had to find the days that worked for me. And so I didn't care. And I post on social media about Facebook all the time. It may be something as simple as date night with my husband, Big Papa paid for it. You know, I love to say stuff like that. I like to call paparazzi Big Papa, you know, and people are watching that, you know, the things that paparazzi does. When I first started, you know, it'd be something like, hey, my husband finally gets a treat to dinner, but I'm not paying for it. Big Papa's paying for it, you know, and they'd be like, what's Big Papa? You know, and so that became like a running joke for family and friends. And so now my husband loves Big Papa, you know. So it was one of those things that I just kept. I didn't care if they unfollowed me. A lot of them probably did unfollow me originally, but then they sent me friend requests after the fact, and some of them are even on my team.
You guys, remember how we had Alicia Williams, or Wright Williams? And she said, what other people think of you is none of your business. Yes. I bet you Erica would say the same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And other people's opinions do not pay your bills.
No, not
you
one.
You do. So you be the boss, you be the CEO. CEOs of big corporations, they don't care what one person thinks.
No, not at all.
They are going after success, and they are going to do it. And hopefully they do it with heart.
Exactly.
And with kindness and with, you know, integrity.
Exactly.
And I can tell you, Erica runs her business in that way. This cutthroat stuff where you go contact other people's customers, never okay. No. Never
okay. Absolutely.
So,
that is against boss policies.
That shows you're tacky and you're desperate, and it doesn't reflect well on you. So there's enough out there for everyone.
Yes.
There really is.
It really is.
Paparazzi is not saturated. So just get out there and talk to people. It doesn't matter who you're talking to, as long as you're talking to people, and be confident, be positive. Do you see her like acting like people are going to say no to her before she even... She's confident in the process. She's, let me see. Oh, something happened. Let me invite her back on. She is confident in the process. She's confident in the product. She is confident.
Sorry, I was calling.
You're good. A money maker. And she portrays that. Go out with confidence, you guys.
Absolutely.
Don't go out expecting no's. Because if you go out expecting no's, you're probably gonna come across as like insecure and unconfident. So does anybody have any last questions for Erica? Anything you want to ask her? Okay, I usually do some things I take away, like the most important things. So first of all, guys, some things that I think are super important from Erica sharing herself and her knowledge and experience with us tonight. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Is one, she's a go-getter. We want go-getters, okay? And what was she looking for? I don't think she really, truly cared. In fact, she kind of looked down on the $5 jewelry thing.
I did.
She did.
I did.
She admitted it. Like, what is that girl doing selling $5 jewelry when she's a successful person?
Right.
She was looking for a tax deduction, and I'm sure she knows a lot about multiple streams of income. What is the best retirement plan? It is residual income at $25,000 a month.
Exactly.
You guys, this is a super good retirement plan.
Right.
Okay. Who needs to be investing, have their company's retirement plan match you 10% when you're doing even $3,000 or $4,000 a month, guys? That's huge retirement. Okay. So number one. Number two, you want go-getters. You want professionals. You want people that have connections on your team.
Right.
Talk to them.
Exactly.
Even if you're scared. talk to them and at least open up the conversation.
Right.
But I will tell you this, guys, if you go in talking to professionals, you better act like you know what you're talking about, and you better be confident.
Absolutely. And remember that too, if you're talking about this business and you want professionals to take you serious, even on your Facebook, when you go live, how you demonstrate the jewelry, what you look like, what your selfies look like, what your presentation is. There's some things I know that I'll have business professionals that are watching, you know, how I run my business on social media. And honestly, you know, if I'm acting ratchet, you know, there was this video that went around the other day, and probably a few weeks ago. I absolutely hated it. It was a comedy. It was supposed to be comedy, but what he was doing is mocking how paparazzi consultants sell their jewelry on Facebook. And yes, there was comedy, but what to me I wanted my team to understand is he's not laughing with us; he's laughing at us. And so there are several consultants that need to work on their presentation. They need to work on their appearance. They need to work on their setup. They need to work on screaming down the hallway to the child. Yeah, you're showing that you can do this business from home, but remember, you're still a boss. You're still a CEO. You still have a brand that you want to protect. So just keep that in mind as people are following you.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing that I'm taking away from this is, what did she say she did? She made her page public after she joined Paparazzi. I know there are people that say, I'm a very private person. I don't want people to see things about me. You guys, this business is about relationships.
It really is.
It's about building connections. If you're afraid to do that, it may not go as well as you want it to be or to go.
Exactly.
You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta let people get to know you. People buy from you because they like you, because they buy into you. So if you are not allowing people to buy into you, there is no loyalty to you.
Correct. That's absolutely right.
If people, like, if you don't go live one day because, you know, whatever, she talked about consistency and going live no matter what, and they're not tied to you and they want to buy jewelry that night, they can go find somebody else to buy from.
Exactly.
If you want people to join with you, because there are people that shop around, who are they going to join with?
Exactly.
The person that's a CEO.
Exactly.
Right? So you guys, take your business seriously. Be public. Be out there. Try to get people to share your post. Wow, people. You're wowed by Erica. Guess what? So are a million other people. They want to be part of Erica. They want to be part of her team. Be that. Okay, let's see. What else did I love that you did? I should have like written down all my notes. You guys, Erica is very common sense. She teaches people how to reinvest. She interviews them. She lets them. I bet you don't do kit earning parties. She wants people to come
I have nothing against them. I have nothing against, and we have some people that have done kit earning parties that, you know, are doing well. But sometimes it's a struggle. And so what I try to help them do, instead of doing a kit earning party, we'll talk about some things that they currently do. Maybe I'll say, what are some of the things that you think are frivolous that you can cut back on? You know, we work through those kind of things versus the kit earning parties. And then we'll have some people to say, you know what, I was going to get my hair done and that was going to cost me, you know, $120. And I'm like, there you go right there. Like, I'm not going to spend 2 hours, you know, earning a kit for you. Don't get a haircut. Let's get a bun that week, you know.
But they interview people. They let people know right up front. They are bosses. This is a serious business. Like, when you come in in expecting to work. She asked them when they're going to have their launch party before they've even joined. That's awesome. So many people, like, I feel like sometimes we're so desperate to have people join. We just want them to join, and then we don't do anything afterwards. Go in expecting them and helping them, knowing that you are having a launch party. There is no question, girl. You are going to do this. You're going to do it well. I'm here to support you. You're going to make this work. But don't be so desperate to get people to join that once they join, your work's done. That's when your work is just beginning.
I can't make you think. I can't make you think that this is just, oh, this is so easy. This is work. This is work. It's fun. It's insanity sometimes, but it is work. It is actually work. and you have to schedule business. We have business hours, even when we have our chat rooms and things like, you know, we understand people's time, and there's some people that work throughout the day. So my chat room, unless it's new releases, the chatter, you know, through chat rooms, we use our page, our group page for that, for people to go back in. But we have to function, and we have to remember that people are having life outside of their normal business hours, paparazzi hours. So we consider all of that, but it is definitely work and one-on-ones and, you know, team meetings, those kind of things. We have it planned. It's the same time, same day, every single month. So it's one of those things you have to come into it with, like a CEO with marketing, training, human resources, you know, some things that you're not, I don't do drama at all. Like we don't do drama, you know. So even when posting, you know, there's certain posts, we have a team of people that approve the posts that go on our page. And if it's derogatory or something that could be seen as, you know, disgruntled, we like to do what's called an accountability partner. Use that person to vent with, you know, get it all out, say what you want. Yeah, I hate the server, I hate this, and now let's come back together and work together as a team. Because at a company, you can't do that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Erica, will you share with us what your page was like today? Was everybody, did you have lots of people complaining about not being able to get on and everything like that? Or were people just kind of dealing with it and going like, okay?
We will have them saying that, and I will say, you know, keep pushing, we got it. And then we do a lot of memes. Like, this is me at the company. The post that you put in Elite Services, like, well, all y'all just get off. I screenshotted it. And put it in my feed. I said, you guys willing to do this for her?
Did anybody volunteer?
No, they said, bye, Felicia.
What? Wait a minute. You guys don't even know what I did for you today. I went into our elite group for elite and up. There's over 100 of us?
Yes.
And I said, hey, I've got a brilliant idea. Why don't all of you get your teammates off of the computer so my teammates can order just 20 minutes, and then y'all can get back on after we're done. I did that for you.
Yes.
I did that.
That was hilarious.
That's how much I love you guys. But nobody did it.
Nobody did it.
Right,
yeah,
Michelle,
like, no,
right.
That's not happening.
I tell them, I ask corporate all the time, hey, just give us 15, 20 minutes
give
before everybody else.
Start. Exactly.
And they say no. Seriously, these people.
Hilarious.
All right.
Yeah, but we do stuff like that because we understand there's always tomorrow, and sometimes I have to go live and be like, I get it, but just remember, you know, that we are hot. We are hot like fire. It is what it is. There's always tomorrow. Who's ready for some more new releases? Like, all of us are smoking the new release pipe, so it is what it is.
Yep. Okay. So you guys, any last questions before Erica Cole goes to bed? She's Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is, but it's getting late. She's the kind of lady, if she charged for trainings, it would be thousands of dollars an hour. So we are so appreciative.
Thank you so much.
One, being willing to come on, and two, being willing to share.
Absolutely.
I'm just telling you right now, not everybody's like that.
I know.
Even in paparazzi.
I know.
And
anytime.
It is awesome when you find people that have an abundance mentality, that are willing to share. And honestly, is anything that she shared tonight, is it a secret? Mm-mm. It makes sense, right? Common sense. Mm-hmm. She appeals to common sense. She is common sense. Everything she talked about, it's kind of common sense, right? Mm-hmm. And so we are so grateful for her sharing her common sense with us tonight.
Thank you.
Sharing her personality, sharing her talents. I don't know how old she is, but I can guarantee
40.
She did 40. I'm older than you by 1 year, girl.
I'm knocking on 41. And
that's not become successful overnight.
Right. Really, really quick, just so you all don't know it, I have sickle cell anemia. And so I've struggled with it all my life as a child. And I've never shared it, you know, publicly with people before paparazzi. And so the normal lifespan, the average lifespan for people with sickle cell anemia is 40. So in 2016, I spent the entire year planning for 2017. I was planning a party or travel or something every single month for 2017. And then God gave me paparazzi instead.
That's right.
Amazing.
You're going to last forever.
Amazing.
80.
Yes. Yes.
Erica for 80.
Yes.
Okay, so Erica, go fix your follow button.
I am. Okay, so where's the button at? Where's the button at? The follow button.
You got to go into, is it your settings?
Settings. Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to go like look at everything.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Go play around in your settings.
I'll find it.
And start collecting followers because you're gonna max out your friend list pretty soon.
I know.
And once you max that out, you got to have followers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want my teammates to take up your friends list, so let them follow you.
Absolutely. I'll go fix that right now.
So you guys go share this video to your teammates. If they're not in this group, they're not going to be able to watch. So get them in here.
Absolutely.
Do not, this, and I do not want this to come across wrong, but I think Erica would agree with me. Do not be so arrogant in being a leader that you don't think people can learn from someone besides you.
Absolutely.
I sometimes think there's people that say, well, I want all my teammates to only learn from me and only look at me for help. No, you guys, everybody learns something different based on personalities, do not do that.
Absolutely.
Do not cut your teammates short because of your ego or your need for thinking you're the best there is.
Absolutely.
There is so much to learn from other people. So I hope you guys know the reason I'm doing this is because I know I don't know everything. I know you can learn from other people.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with people learning from other people outside of me.
Right.
Because if all you're listening to is me, you're missing out on a lot of good things.
Right.
Okay. So share with your teammates. Okay. Get them in my group, not because it's an ego stroke for me, but because I want your teammates to succeed.
Absolutely.
I want your teammates to benefit from Erica and all these people. Tomorrow is Tyronica.
Oh, cool.
Tyronica is going to be amazing,
awesome.
right?
Yes.
And Erica doesn't want to do this every night in somebody's new group. She's done it once. Get them here.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
okay, you guys.
Thank you so much. Y'all rock
so
it out.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
I appreciate it. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.